I don't know what it is lately with crypto and crypto news. There's big stories, there's small stories kind of coming out, and it's always these stories that kind of are getting hidden that I think are the biggest things, and they're not getting like much airtime. And in this video, I want to break down one of those stories. I don't know if you saw it. It's in relation to LBRY. LBRY is basically file sharing, payments type of network, and they had a war going on against the SEC. The battle seemed to be over. LBRY seemed to lose, and they did. And the final judgment was in July in regards to LBC token. And even the firm itself, LBRY, and Jeremy Kauffman, the CEO, they seem to be packing it up, right? Back in July after the final judgment, they were we're going to just wind things down now. That was kind of where things were. Now they're appealing. Obviously, I think a huge reason for that is what happened with XRP and that whole case there. But I think it's this bigger story that I'm seeing, and I think a lot of you are seeing right now in regards to crypto versus SEC. And that is to say, SEC has been losing some points. And I think the LBRY team might have been seeing this, right? Especially in recent months, and they're appealing. Now, what I want to say is this. In relation to XRP, let's take that for instance. XRP, Judge Torres, not a security. Obviously, the institutional stuff, that's still on the table, up for debate. But that huge news that broke with XRP not a security, followed by, that's an SEC loss, followed by, I'm going to sit down, followed by Grayscale getting a win against SEC like in the last couple of weeks, followed by Uniswap. That's one of the stories that I feel like was a really big deal, and it wasn't getting a lot of headlines. Uniswap, it wasn't against the SEC, it wasn't a case against the SEC or anything, but Uniswap was, defending themselves. They had a lawsuit filed against them for tokens that they listed, 3 tokens that this woman bought, I think $10,000. And the judge dismissed the case most recently. These are huge losses in terms of SEC trying to make a case against crypto as a whole, against tokens like ADA. I'm probably going to use ADA in the title of this video because ADA is my top hold. It just is what it is. I'm a Cardano holder. It's a blue chip. I think it's going to perform very well. I do a lot of content on it, obviously. And it's ADA, but it relates to everything. It relates to all of crypto, especially the cryptos that are in the Coinbase versus SEC case. So that's the other thing. So we have all of these things, and then we have the Coinbase versus SEC case. And many of you might be like, well, what are you talking about? Nothing has really happened with that yet. But things have happened. Really pivotal, huge things have happened. And this is what it is. This is where it all ties together. And I think this is what the team over there, Jeremy Kauffman and the team at LBRY, I think this is what they see. And I've mentioned this in a previous video. I'll keep mentioning it because it's one thing that I'm keeping my eye on. That is to say, Judge Failla. Judge Failla. Judge Failla, everybody. So if you don't know, if you didn't see the video, I think last week covering the Uniswap story, Judge Failla was presiding over that case. She is the one that dismissed that case. Judge Failla is the judge that is presiding over Coinbase versus SEC, right? So we have all of these things coming together. And in the pre-motion hearing of Coinbase versus SEC, the day that the XRP being deemed not a security came out by Torres, the same day was a pre-motion hearing of Coinbase versus SEC. That's crazy, first of all. But while that was happening, they were in the pre-motion hearing. I don't even think they knew. I think they had to take a recess. They had to take a break because the news dropped about XRP being not a security. And in that pre-motion hearing, Judge Torres was showing signs of skepticism against the SEC. And that's not to say anything. I'm not saying it's done deal. But now we have LBRY, I think, taking note of all of these things that are happening right now, which is what I've been mentioning in these videos. And that is to say, if I could wrap it up in a thought, I think the SEC is losing, not because we all want the SEC to be losing. I think the SEC is losing because the law is not on their side, right? That's what I think it is. And it's playing out in court. The other side of these things playing out in court that I think a lot of us are waiting for is just what's going on in terms of Congress, right? We have so many anti-crypto people in there. We have the elections coming up. We need to go through that election cycle. We need to see who we can kind of cycle out of there. Hopefully, hopefully a lot of them get voted out. And we have some just leverage in that department as well, outside of just the courts, because what's been happening in the courts so far has been promising. It really has. And so I'm really, really curious to see how this continues to play out. But this is a huge story. I think this LBRY story on top of the Uniswap story, they're little ingredients to the narrative that I really think is really forming here. And that's why I don't mean to be overly bullish about it, because nothing has happened, right? We haven't gotten any type of ruling in the Coinbase versus SEC. Judge Failla could do anything. I don't know what she's going to do, but I'm just saying I see these hints across the space, and I really think they're intertwined because it's people, right? It's just people in these cases. And Judge Failla, for instance, she's a person with a lot of influence in what's happening right now. And she's somebody that I think alluded to the fact that she's trying to learn, and she's open to being educated about this space, the crypto space. Not everybody has all the answers. And that's something that seems promising to me. So I just wanted to bring that up. The LBRY appeal, I think, is huge. They're fighting now all of a sudden. Just months ago, they were basically seemingly throwing in the towel. They were wrapping things up. They were winding things down, I think is how they said it. So let me know your thoughts, everybody, especially if you're not only just an ADA holder, but if you're just a crypto holder, especially if you're a Coinbase, if you're a crypto holder of one of those Coinbase tokens in the SEC versus Coinbase case. I'd be really curious to see if you have a similar thought of what I'm thinking right now in terms of what's going on here, because I'm trying to compose myself, because there's still time left in terms of the cycles, in terms of like what's going on with the bear to bull, right? We still have months probably until things really start shifting. But I'm getting bullish. I really am. And I'm trying to compose that because I know we're in this crypto winter, price not doing anything. A lot of people are increasingly bearish. So I'm just trying to hang in there, absorb the news, take it one step at a time. And that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to just pull out my camera. I know I did a video this morning. I'm just trying to create content when I'm feeling it, everybody. I'm not trying to force it too much, because really, besides these little things that are happening, there's not a lot going on. But if you're still out there, I genuinely appreciate your support watching my videos through these times. And I genuinely appreciate the likes and the comments, especially the positive ones, but even you negative ones. I'm learning to be grateful for you guys as well. So I hope you have an awesome weekend. Let me know your thoughts about all of these things. Hit the comments for me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.